None of us understood what the new character was saying.
Not even with the
Our group encountered a strange foreigner, a Goliath, calling himself the tool of justice. Together they set off on an epic journey to find the the one Grand High Lord Rasheen, Winningald, Brenigald, Harkin, Balium, the fifth last of his name, Kaiser of Contraptions, Master of Creation, Dean of the Halls of Contraptions, who's the only one that can
Also known
save
as-
Garth of Saltwind.
also known as, for short,
Rasheen, I guess.
Lum the Mad.
Lumberman?
Lum the Mad.
Lump the Mad, ah yeah. But I guess we won't refer to him like that in front of him.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah, and now we're searching for the Walking Fortress. It's actually an academy, apparently.
Sure, yeah, you guys left out of Yanwei, hoping with this now scribble on your map to indicate the path which the fortress took at its construction. You're not entirely sure whether it still follows the same path, but that's all you've got to go off.
If you can even call this shit a path.
He fucking built a motor that's just programmed to follow this fucking path.
Well, maybe think of a clock, maybe. That would actually make sense. Given how, well, the technological state would be quite kind of middle-agey.
Assuming you understand how this guy's mind works. He made a fucking walking building, you know what I mean?
I think he's arrogant and he likes to tackle paradox, impossible tasks, maybe?
I mean, who
He wants to be
doesn't want to make a
untouchable.
moving castle?
You haven't even met him.
No, but we can assume.
Hey, if
But
an
the fact that
adventure...
his name takes about half a minute to fully, well, spell out. The fact that he, well, basically just said goodbye to civilization and mankind. And did his own thing. And that he made something that crazy and
His license must be huge.
Does he even have a driving license?
Sarcasm.
what kind of driving license would you need for that? Not even the allowance to drive a tank would make up for that.
I'm sure there's one very specific. They just invented specifically for that.
I guess well, I just assume there aren't that many walking buildings or cities around, even in Trymira.
So you guys begin to make your way south on your third set of horses at this point. It's relatively easy to get out of the city. The air of like tension and strife that was in Esther between the Legion and the Border it doesn't appear to be prevalent here. You gather that you guys teleported across the world, but word probably hasn't reached that the two factions had started fighting. But it doesn't appear to have been a multi-city thing.
Just a local.
Apparently, yeah. There is an increased presence of legionnaires, but they just appear to be like setting up different groups or smaller armies, so to speak. Just kind of outfitting them with weapons and such, sending them off in various directions. You guys travel for a couple of hours over a few rolling hills, past this path that becomes kind of craggy. It's like indented into the ground and it appears to be like hammered with deep stone. It's different from Oswin's path, and it appears to lead towards the mountain, where you know that Berg de Kraft lies. Yeah, go ahead and can everyone roll me a perception as you guys are walking?
Perception. Right.
Sure.
What modifier would I add?
Your perception modifier.
He doesn't have a perception modifier.
Then 0.
+2.
Alright.
22.
20.
9.
Okay. It's relatively peaceful for the first few hours. You notice quite far off in the distance a low rolling cloud. It appears to hang a lot lower than most of the other clouds. And, it's slightly darker in certain parts, almost like straight lines of darker cloud, and then the rest appears to kind of coalesce around it. It makes a nimbusy kind of shape, but it's considerably low hanging as compared to the rest of the clouds. This is like a few days off, maybe, though it's quite far in the distance, but it's quite a large cloud. You reach the end of the first day, relatively uneventful, traveling on your horses. You guys pushing on, or are you setting up for?
Is it already turning night?
As you
Yeah,
guys
it's
are just
dark.
walking down this road, yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I want to set up camp if it's
Yeah.
getting dark.
Okay, looking around, you pick up around 4 different campsites. 2 of them towards the left side of the road. One of them appears to follow like a small cobblestone path towards a farm. And another one is kind of situated towards a cluster of trees.
I might go next to the cluster of trees.
Cluster of trees, okay.
I think these people there could be of use for us. And yeah, I start making my way towards the farm.
Okay. So Tiffany's walking off towards the trees. Woman's going towards the farm.
I follow Tiffany. Probably the whole party except Mormon follows Tiffany.
Yeah, I guess so.
Probably, yeah. So you guys get to this like clearing. It's relatively softish grass. It doesn't appear to be too disturbed. There's not much wildlife around here in that regard. It does appear a few people have camped here before, but only a very select few people. Mormon,
Yeah.
you make your way down this path, which appears to be made from like various stones, that kind of like just haphazardly placed on the to make a path leading up to this farm. As you approach the gate, you see a large, about waist height on you, wooden gate which swings open into a field of sheep. There's also a very small, like very homely cottage, made out of cobblestone, thatch roof, with a small light glowing from one of the windows.
Well, I guess there's the door. I'll knock.
Look up to the door and you knock on the door. A moment passes. Another moment. No answer.
Alright, I knock a bit more decisive. Yeah, kinda like that.
No response.
He punches the
Alright.
door down.
I don't know. This is the moment where I'd really have to think what my character would do.
As I say, bashes the door down. Justice needs to resident here. Leave me in.
Maybe, but well, there is just light inside, no sound or anything that might seem suspicious.
Make a perception check.
All right, my perception would be minus.
2, I think.
I really don't know. I don't have stats written down with you. I can pull up some base stats for Goliath.
Okay.
Why
well,
don't, why does, Chris,
should be
why don't you
fair.
have your character sheet yet?
Well, we didn't make one.
You didn't make one? So you're just making this up on the go? Just
Yeah,
say-
basically.
How about you make one?
Well, it would take some time.
Yeah, you're free all day, mate. Just do something.
Perception -1.
Ah, I thought so. All right. Let's see. Well, 9.
9. You can't hear anything from inside. You just appears to be either very asleep or not paying any attention or doing something that's very still. You also notice the door is slightly ajar.
So it isn't actually okay. So I could just open it without using too much force.
It seems that way.
Right. Well, I push it slightly open and take a look inside.
The door begins to move open when it hits something solid behind the door. It's open enough for like halfway. It's about enough for you to squeeze your body in if you'd like to go.
I'll just let it swing fully open and take a look inside.
It won't swing fully open. It hits something that's stopping it about halfway.
Okay. Well, then I shout, "Excuse me, hello, anyone here?" And yeah, wait for an answer.
A minute passes. 2 minutes.
All right. Then I just go in.
All right, so you squeeze your way in, and what you see in front of you is there's a small lantern hung up. Immediately to the left of this room. It's kind of what's giving that light out of the window. It does appear to be leaking a bit of its oil onto the floor. You follow that oil trail down to the floor, and it's congealing with a pool of blood, which is seeping from the windows right up against it, which appears to be a man with his like wearing simple farm clothes, a human, brownish hair, with a large sword hole in his chest.
I mean, he could have had a nosebleed.
Well,
So
that
that's
is
in the
neat.
side room. In the hallway leading out in front of you, towards the end, there are 2 more rooms. 3 more rooms. One almost immediately to your right, and 2 more down the other end.
All right, I take my axe and search. Well, I guess the room at the right, and then
It appears to be a dining room / kitchen kind of
Okay.
area. There's definitely signs of a struggle in here.
Mm.
The table's overturned. There's lots of like cutlery and various other pieces of culinary ware on the floor. There's
Alright.
spots of blood about.
Okay. I guess I'll search the area for any more clues. How many attackers were they? Was this farmer living here alone? And how long has the attack been?
Roll investigation +0.
14.
14?
Yeah.
From your kind of background, it should be easy enough to discern the type of attacker. It appears to have been a singular person. However, realizing that someone has been killed here and kind of like checking around the house and such, you find like animal prints outside. It's definitely killed by some large sword serrated on one side, or blade. He doesn't look like a fighter. He looks like a farmer. Very simple. Very toned in the upper body, but you know that's just from tending to the sheep and such.
Okay.
It must be pretty heavy sheep.
You know, hay bales, feed, building things, etc.
Alright, what does the next room hold for me?
The back room on the left appears to be a bedroom. Again, very simple. It's got a small wardrobe, a small desk, a rudimentary bed. There are two beds, actually. Sorry, two rudimentary beds. One of them is covered in blood, like all of the sheets completely soaked. The other one just appears to be still nicely made.
Okay, well, there's nothing in the blood-soaked bed or under it, or under the other bed.
You check under the blood-soaked bed, and there's a chest. You check under the other bed, and there's nothing.
Okay, and the chest is closed, and
It's not locked, but it's closed. You'd have to pull it out from under the bed.
all right. So someone just walked in here, murdered this man, and well, maybe murdered him in his sleep. Given that, he would have dragged the body out of the bed and put it in the hallway. Which wouldn't actually make that much sense.
Or use the cloth to soak up some of the blood.
Why would I clean up? Everyone in this house is dead. Alright, I open the chest and check it. If it is empty, I must assume it was a robbery.
Yeah. So you slide the chest out from under the bed. It kind of scrapes some of the blood out of the way. You flick it open, and it appears to be women's clothes. The odd pouch. There's about 10, 15 coins in one of the pouches if your pouch is empty.
Okay, well, I'm not a thief. Alright, I put it back. So, basically... So, maybe his wife was hiding, and then she got attacked while hiding. Then again, where's the body? There's one more room I have to check.
Across the hall, yeah.
The last one, yeah.
So you walk into this room, and it appears to be it's kind of like partitioned. Part of it is pushed out into like a side of the house, kind of like an alcove, and you pull aside like a sheet that's used to separate it, and it appears to be a bathing tub of sorts. There's two brushes hung up on the side, metal tin. Just seems like a really basic bathroom. The rest of this room is like storage. There are various sacks, like materials and cloths bundled up. The odd stack of hay is in here. There's like tools, a craft bench. It's almost like a really small garage.
So it is, well, a stack and a bathroom. Okay. And it looks neat. There's no sign of fighting or any trouble in here, I assume.
It's very cluttered in here, but it doesn't appear that there's been a fight.
Alright, I go outside and check for footprints. You have any idea where the foul victim. No, not victim. Excuse me. The foul suspect could have gone to.
Make a survival check for tracking.
Survival. All right.
-1.
Great. 8.
Hey, there are a lot of tracks here.
And
You can tell that they're human, male, female, animals. Then again, the sheep have free reign up to kind of walk up to the door if they wanted to.
And I cannot tell which one
It's
Are
kind
they
of hard to
up
tell
or-
like whose is whose and where it's going.
and how old they are. All right. Right. So, according to my calculations, there's a body missing. Could that mean? All right. Well, I go back inside and now realizing that I should definitely search the farmer. Does he have anything on him? Beside a gargantuous wound?
You see in his hand he has a like cleaver, very shabby, haphazardly made cleaver. It does have a little bit of blood on it, as if he'd slashed something. There's also
Okay.
like a bit of cloth nicked into it. Just a piece of black, heavy hempen robe.
All right. Great. I guess there's nothing more to do. Then I'll just, well, leave and get back to my group. Still, well, thinking about what could have happened.
Okay, you make your way back out of the house, back along this haphazard path, up to the clearing where everyone else has already set up their bedrolls and such, and is beginning to nod off.
This farmer's house would be pretty empty, but it is smelly. I think I'll take
What?
my.
You barged into a farmer's house?
The door wasn't closed, and its inhabitants were, let's say, not in the condition to grant any hospitality. Or to refuse it.
What?
Shouldn't walk into people's houses.
I think you should have a look at this, youngling. You might actually
Why
find
me?
it more than interesting.
She's older than you.
What?
Tiffany's older than you.
I was referring to Foil.
Okay.
Tiffany basically doesn't exist for Mormorph. She's just a subject to justice. Foil is a tool of justice,
Oh.
which is a little improvement.
Excuse me? What are you saying?
He's basically saying that Mormons doesn't like people.
It's not a really social
Well, then you
person.
can shut off or tell me to piss off then. Don't stay in our campsite.
It has no
I
intent
jog on,
to.
mate. Sorry, that wasn't very queen-like of me. Jog on, mate.
He also wasn't even talking to you.
Tough off.
So yeah, well, follow me, please.
Morla kind of groans, gets out of his bed like fucking tourists.
Why?
Why did you say that?
I don't want to barge into a home uninvited.
I'm sure it won't be a problem. You must see this.
I guess.
All right, and I will take the lead, and then let
I'll
her
take
enter
the
first.
follow.
I'll stay here.
Here we go.
You staying with Cam, Tiff?
I'll stay with Marduk, yeah, I'm not interested in
Mara's staying with
it.
And I make invitations.
Where's
gesture.
Granny?
Granny's still at Yanway.
Okay, well, I guess I've got no choice, but I'm not really interested in what's happening in the house, but I'll come anyway for protection.
Okay. Tiffany kind of lolls behind a little bit, but follows you guys. Mormon, Toriel, Murdoch.
Murdoch.
He leads you up to a rudimentary gate. There's lots of sheep just kind of patrolling the area inside this gate, and there's a small cottage. Same thing I described to him. The door is now open, just left open. You can see like trails of blood kind of coming out the door where Mama has haphazardly stepped through pools of blood.
Then I storm in and see blood gets triggered, something like that.
Alright, and I rush after her. Well,
Yeah. You barge in and you see the
you
scene.
think this is worth your time and interest, youngling?
Did you do this, Mormon?
Do I look like a murderer to you? You want to insult me?
No, far from it. But
I found this poor man like this. Apparently he was married, but I found no sign of his wife.
you think she's been kidnapped?
That is the conclusion I have come to, youngling.
Can I just roll general investigation to what I see? If I can make out anything this Goliath maybe missed?
You look like someone smart. You should get some idea
Excuse
what
me,
happened
Tori
here.
looks like someone smart.
Compared to for moment, yes, he's smarter than him.
Well,
He has
15.
some animal-like instincts, and he's guided by some stubborn moral codex. He's able to think like a normal person.
You find towards the back of the house, between the bedrooms and the storeroom, you just kind of expecting over the area. You find everything Mormon found, the chest and all the tools and workshop, bathroom, kitchen, body, etc. But towards the back of this corridor between those two rooms, you see a shabby bluish piece of fabric sticking out of the floor.
I tug on it.
Tugs back, and then it disappears beneath the floorboards.
You found something?
I knock. I knock on the floor. Hello?
Alright, can I roll an intelligence check? Just to see if I think it is the suspect or the victim.
You wouldn't have seen it.
Well, okay.
In Toriel pulling on this, it would have instantly gone under. It kind of wouldn't be obscured from your view.
Alright, but I noticed her moving or doing something. Yeah, I found something.
I believe I have. Excuse me. This might sound strange, but we're not. No, actually, it doesn't sound strange at all, is it? We're here to help, not to harm you.
Who are you talking to?
Well, I imagine someone's hiding below the floorboards.
Pretty fear. I just start rip some piece of wood or a plank out of it.
Mormon, what the hell? Rude.
Mormon just goes at the floor like a dog digging a
Like an
hole,
idiot.
tearing up pieces of wood and splinters. Tiffany, you're kind of standing in the doorway. You just see this guy just like tunneling into the floor, like some kind of
I say, what a dick.
weird creature.
Can't hear you over the sound of splintering wood and how awesome I am.
So you
No, I
you
think
spend like the
this-
next minute doing this, and you find a small compartment under the floor, and there's a little girl draped in like a long nightgown, brown hair. She's just kind of like cowered in the corner, like scared out of her goddamn mind.
You know, I would say,
Oh,
can I
look who
intimidate
we
her? But what's the anti-intimidation roll? How do I calm
Oh,
her? What
look
roll
how-
do I do for calming her down? Or
Wait
can
a sec. Let me first counteract to you. Oh, look, who do we have here?
Or
You sound
can...
like a weirdo.
He is a weirdo.
Okay, you know what, Tiffany? You're someone who doesn't. Between all of us, you're the only one that doesn't really look threatening. Can you handle this?
Sure, I'll walk over. It's a woman, isn't it?
It's a little
little
girl.
girl.
She looks to be around 8 or 9.
So the women's
walk
clothes
over
would
to
have actually been
And
girls'
that's
clothes.
Women's
don't
clothes
go
you
too
would have seen were full-size women's clothes.
Ah, okay.
I don't go too close to her, but I just say, "Are you okay?"
She kind of grasps something tighter in her arms and she turns her head away from you.
I ask her, "Did you kill the man?"
She's just cowering. He looks back at you and she turns her head
Did you
away.
really just ask that?
No, he didn't. I say cowering in the corner isn't going to solve any problems we have at the moment.
She kind of turns
Say
around and looks at
anything?
you. You notice now that she's like got a little teddy bear in her arms. A really scraggly,
Somebody's-
awful-looking teddy bear.
I ask her, "Is that your bear? Does it have a name?
She nods at you.
What's it called?"
She looks at you and she looks like past your shoulder and just sees this hulking dragonborn in like full chainmail and this huge Goliath and this like orc with teeth, like tusks coming out of his mouth in a dark cloak behind you. And she goes back to cowering in the corner.
I think we should leave and let Tiffany handle this.
I have to you should know that we have to interrogate her.
Well, if you're gonna interrogate her, she's not gonna say anything. I leave and I drag
Oh, I'm
Mormon along, and I hope Mordok leaves with me.
Oh, I'm sure she would say something.
Rather calls you, yeah.
I felt his suit since, yeah. You should let the youngsters have a go at sometimes. You gotta learn how things should be handled.
She's older than you.
Stop saying
I'm still
that.
referring to Foriel. And she
yeah.
decided to handle this situation by letting her friend taking care of it.
Yeah, the only one who doesn't look fucking threatening as hell.
Well, it is generally reasonable and the right thing to do, but for Mormont it isn't.
I
This is a
guess.
psycho.
Alright, we're outside now. She doesn't see us anymore.
Yeah, those guys leave. Tiff. Slow girl.
If the family had time to hide her daughter, they saw or realized what they had common.
I mean, maybe the father, the guy with the cleaver held him off, while the wife hit the daughter in the back, and then they kidnapped the mother.
I remember a similar incident in the incident.
Let's speak to the girl now.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, excuse me. I want to make a Attack on Titan reference. Excuse me.
I don't type rubbish, so don't reference it.
I quit this TNT right now.
Oh, yeah, I don't like mainstream anime.
Fine.
Was always very
Wait.
well
You like
executed,
full
but well, objectively
Let's
speaking,
get back to TNT. Thank you.
they never achieved anything.
Attack on Titan copied off Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh,
Anime-
you're in trouble now.
Anime later, helping this little girl now.
Yeah, I'd like to speak, but someone keeps talking like a freaking creep. So let me speak, please.
It's a suitable
I'm gonna
voice.
ask
Let me.
her. I'm gonna ask her like what happened here, and if she's able to say anything to say it.
She shakes her head. Hair kind of
No.
around.
You sure nothing happened here?
She blankly looks at you with these huge brown eyes, like bits of tears, just like forming on the side of her face.
You can tell me. If you cannot tell me, then I don't know if we can help you. But if you do tell me, then we can help you.
She begins like doing actions with her hands.
Oh, can she not speak? Are you
She nods at you.
mute? Is she mute, or is she just scared?
She nods at you.
She nods when I said, "Are you mute?" And is that when she nods?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna try magic message and just say, can you tell me who came in here? Or is she unable to speak telepathically as well?
What you get back is not too dissimilar from what she's doing with her hands in the form of visual, like, comprehension. You get that this particular little girl has never had any concept of how to speak. So even mentally trying to speak to someone in the same way that they're speaking to her, it's kind of like she has her own way of understanding things, and you're getting that directly from her brain.
But she still understands birds. Apparently.
Doesn't know how to say them.
She doesn't know how to form them.
Interesting.
You can roll an
What do I
intelligence check
say?
and try and like discern what some of those symbols are.
Meanwhile, I'm checking my rations or if I have anything. It is a bit more tasty, a bit better. Maybe some sort of
15.
smoked sausage, a fruit maybe.
You have the driest of rations.
Ah, great.
Beef jerky.
Just like the general like bits of blood that are in your bag and stuff like that. It's kind of like dried onto bits of it as well.
Whatever. I'm busting in again. Did you say anything useful yet?
Fuck's sake.
She shrinks back.
Can I technically react before he does that and stop him, or is he alright?
Opposed strength checks.
Ah. I mean, more like just when he goes in, just take. You know how they do it. Just put out my arm.
You can grab his arm, and then are you going to try and push past him, Mormon?
I'm just going without any regard. If
So
she
that's-
doesn't say anything and that doesn't try to convince me, just any brute force wouldn't stop him.
Okay, so opposed strength checks.
All right.
I mean, can I do that while saying Mormon? Leave her to it.
Well, if you start talking, it's some a different breed of animal.
Whatever that means. Sure. Yeah. I say, leave her to it.
You sure about that? Takes pretty long.
Oh my god.
She's gonna come out when she.
Shan, I rolled a 15.
15. You get the kind of gist that bad men and bad animals.
Okay.
Okay, so
Man, sorry, singular.
just one man with animals.
I'm gonna ask her, does she want to come with us?
She looks over your shoulder again. Shakes her head.
But you'll be ended up left here alone?
She hugs her teddy bear.
Ah,
Do you want... What if the creatures come back?
I really wish I could play Garth right now. He would do the right thing.
She starts crying.
Exactly. So the people here with you aren't gonna hurt you, and if you're scared of them, I won't let them hurt you. I'll keep them away.
Make persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah. Plus, I'm proficient in persuasion.
Huge advantage. What other option does she have?
We could at least escort her
22.
to the city.
22.
22, but I've got a +3.
Yeah, it was
so
also a
far.
natural 20.
Oh, no, it's not. It's all good.
Let's just say I did really well.
She rolled a 2, so. Yeah, she looks at you and she kind of wipes away a couple of the tears. She like tries to stand up, but she kind of like bumps her head on the roof. She like climbs out of a hole.
And I
Okay.
hold her hand. And then she eats me because she was the evil creature all along.
She just turns into a beholder, just like this giant eye and like 8 tentacles. So
You know, I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them.
she takes your hand, and it's her hand. Her grip is like really frail and weak, but there's still that kind of intensity in the grasp. And she's just still got her teddy bear holding the other arm. What are you doing?
Taking her hand and walking her out the door. That is if she wants to come with me.
She starts walking with you, and as you get closer to the door, she sees the dead body, like leaned up against where it just been like pushed that way so the door could be opened, and she just falls onto her knees and starts crying again.
All right, now Morph just comes in and says, "Oh, yes," and I offer her some of my rations, something to eat.
She's not even acknowledging you. She's crying. She's kind of like slowly crawling over to the dead body.
I guess I'm also in. So, what did you get, Tiffany?
All eyes on you, girl.
Tiffany?
Pardon?
Toriel asked you, what did you get from her?
I tell them what she told me. Mad men and mad animals.
And they took her mother away, I guess. Animals, you said. Some kind of animal tamer.
If we have nothing to go on, we can hardly go on a wild goose chase for
This place
throughout
doesn't
the
seem.
entirety
to
of
have been-
Trymira.
This place doesn't seem
Well,
to
we
have
can
been
take her to
searched.
the next city.
Yeah, let's escort her to the city.
All right.
She's just sobbing at the...
She's still crying on the floor. She's like, at this point, she's kind of like holding onto the clothes of a dead body and like kind of shaking it.
You know, I would to try to do something nice, but you just say, "Oh, you accidentally break her arm." So,
Just go with the flow, man.
because what I would like to do, right, is go over and hug her, and while I'm hugging her, gently trying to get loosen her grip. Can I do that without breaking any of her bones?
There's only one way to find out.
If I do, Joel would just go to prison. She doesn't care. She'll just fucking give up, okay? I'll do it, okay?
Okay, you're making a strength check against her strength.
If you fucking say, ooh, you roll 2 high strength, you break your arm. I'm trying to do this gently, okay? 17.
For fuck's sake.
She rolled a natural 20.
Actually, okay.
So she holds onto it that you,
Yeah, like you
would
start-
have to hurt her to get her off.
You start trying to loosen her grip, and she like feels it, and she like slaps your hand away, and she like goes for, like a full hug on the dead body, just like sobbing into it.
Let her have a moment. She's not causing anyone any harm. Just let her hug her like father.
Well, I guess we'll just let her cry herself out.
Okay.
It's okay.
Are you guys just gonna stand there and wait? Outside, or what's happening?
I'm gonna stay with her. Chen, you gotta impersonate a child crying.
Morph is also always acting like a
Come on, Chen.
like an ass.
Where's
But he
that?
knows when he has
It's too
to
deep.
not act.
Where's the authenticity?
What?
Cry. You're not Chen.
Sorry.
Cry, Chen. Cry.
Why should he?
Cause he's the DM. He plays every NPC.
Ah, yeah.
One sec.
Holy shit. I know. Right, that's about lame.
Chen.
Yeah, I expect as much. Just no. Fuck doing it yourself. Just try just fucking finding baby crying.
It's a
I'm not
baby,
gonna
not an
fucking-
8-year-old girl.
My voice will die, I mean, I won't be able to do the rest of this session. Okay, I apologize. I can't give you this little girl
You
crying.
like flag.
Would she even does she even have a voice? I mean, since she's mute.
I think she can make noises. Cute.
What do you want? It's a freaking 8-year-old mute girl who's just had her like the people she's living with murdered. What do you want from me?
I know. I want to hear some emotion.
We wanna hear the authentic noise that a person in this situation would make.
You're like, ah!
There you go, Tiffany.
Right.
Gave it to you. What you guys do? You standing there? Tiffany's
Yeah.
voicing her, the rest of you guys going outside.
Yeah.
I'm stroking her hair.
Okay.
No, I'm staying in this room and watch how the scene unfolds.
Okay, you guys are doing whatever you're doing for the next hour and a half. She just continually cries until she cries herself out. She falls asleep on the body.
I'm gonna try and pick her up off the body and give her Princess
yeah.
Harry.
Actually, Mormov could only bear this for 15 minutes. Then he would just grab the child and carried it away forcibly.
Strap check.
Kind of fun.
No. He would. You're
Well,
not gonna let him do this, would you?
No, it's time to stop him.
Oh, you're not here. You're outside. Tiffany's the only one who sees him try it.
I rolled a 5.
She can't stop you.
All right.
Make a strength check.
Damn you all. All right. Well, how much plus 4?
Yeah,
or
damn
what?
you guys. How dare you make his character do something?
Well, how dare you let this dick be the dick he is?
Can I
gotta
have a
stop him
moment,
somehow.
please? Like, I'm trying to pick up this crying child and I'm not able to say.
And that's what I'm doing now, and not really.
Wait, so are we 15 minutes in or 1.5 hours later now?
We're
15
50
minutes.
I'm
15
supposed to
minutes.
be picking up the crying girl! Goodness sake!
Yeah, now I'm doing it.
Are we 15
Alright.
minutes
No,
in?
you're
now?
not allowed to touch her. She doesn't want to be touched. Leave her alone.
Fuck's like, let Chen speak. Are we 15 minutes in now where Mormon does this, or are we
Well, Mormon said he would only bear it for 15 minutes and then try and grab her. Tiffany
Yeah.
said she'd wait till she falls asleep. So because she's still awake and crying, Mormon is going to try and grab her. If he
You
fails,
just said,
then she'll cry herself out.
but you just said she cried until she fell asleep.
That's what would have happened if, well, Mom wouldn't have grown impatient.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I said it. It happened. There we go. Tiffany, go ahead and make.
Alright, so you managed to convince him that, well, it was best to let her.
No,
well,
you just stood there and took it. Tiffany, make your check.
Oops, 6.
6. It's an unconscious child who weighs almost nothing. You lift her up and she's relatively light. You're kind of surprised that she managed to overpower Toriel. As you,
I guess it
You're
was
11
just not wanting
strength.
to hurt her, actually.
Yeah. I'm not just gonna fucking rip her hand off to get it off.
Alright. Well, I think we should stay in this house. It's more comfortable.
Oh,
this
shut up! No, we shouldn't stay in this house. I say that very quietly. Shut up! I don't think we should stay in this house.
Neither do I,
If
but
someone comes past, they'll think we murdered the man, and that's not a good idea.
should
Don't
we
you
should,
stay
suggest-
here.
should we leave? for
You
this?
can stay here, you tosser, and we'll take the little girl to the nearest city and see if anybody can help us find out what's happened.
Should we go right now, or should we wait till morning?
She's asleep, so we can wait until the morning.
I
Take her
wouldn't
back to
advise
camp.
traveling at night.
See if anybody comes back to see her. See if anyone comes back to the house, maybe our mother. Then we'll go.
Alright then. I guess we'll go back
Thank you.
to our camp.
What are we doing with the body?
We're letting it sit there? What else would you want to
We're
bury?
not gonna touch it. It's a crime
Could we-
scene.
Well, yes. We should do something
It's
against
a
the
crime
smell.
scene. Don't touch it. It's a crime scene. Okay?
Then
You
Cass-
reckon any authority will be here within the next few days?
How do you know that? It's in the middle of nowhere.
Believe me, Missy, I have
Oh,
dealt with
goodness.
the authorities more than enough to know how
Are we in the middle of nowhere, or aren't we like one day a travel away from a city?
You're about a bit over a day away from the city. It is a little off the beaten path.
I
Alright.
give up. I carry the little girl to the campsite. I lay her down next to us. I put the blanket over her, and I go. I either stay up, watch, make sure no one comes to hurt her, and then I fall asleep when I need to fall asleep.
Whenever I make myself comfortable in the entrance hallway.
So you want to take first watch?
Yes.
Shall I take second?
Have a good night, youngling. And take good care of our only... shit, I'm searching for the word. Witness! Take care of our only witness.
Sure.
Yeah, and I go to sleep, knowing that right now nothing would come here. I just, well, close the door. I go to sleep.
Who was on first? What, Tiffany?
Yep.
So you guys all, like where Murdoch does the same. He didn't really have any input on this kind of thing. He's just thought it was best for he to stay quiet. You know, he's a horrifying looking orc. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Me?
For your watch, yes.
I got a 6.
6.
Oh yeah, but also, of course, well, put out the lights since, well, that would be annoying. Pointless.
Okay. You spend the first hour or so of your watch just kind of intently watching over this little girl. She fidgets a little in her sleep. You can tell she's having kind of like restless sleep, but at least she's getting sleep. Towards the end of this hour, your attention kind of drifts off as you kind of look at the sky and you notice that your owl is still flying about. It actually comes down and lands relatively close to you, about a foot or two away. It's just kind of watching you with its big glass eyes.
With a particular creature.
You're still in my house, and they're all back at the campsite, so that's about maybe a minute, 2 minutes walk.
Mm.
You doing anything with the owl?
I just try and command it to come close to see what it does.
It like begins walking towards you, and then it kind of makes like a sharp turn and starts like looking around the area. It walks up to the little girl and starts looking over.
I ask the owl, why you? Not why is you ignoring me?
It does that thing where it like twists its head 180 degrees around at you,
Cool.
and then it takes off into the air again.
Cook.
As it kind of begins to circle around the trees, you hear a very low, really close to you.
About breathing or
It's more like a snarly sort of growl.
Lols again.
can I make out what it is? Can I roll for it?
Well, you turn around and it's a lot closer than you'd expect. It's about 10 feet from you at this point. Appears to be a large wolf-like creature. It's larger than any wolf you've seen. It's got more intense claws and fur. Its face is almost goblin-like. And it's just watching you very closely.
I look at the wolf. Does it move when I look at it?
It follows, like, you make a movement, it darts its head towards that movement. Like, instantly.
Is it coming closer? Or is it staying where it is?
At the moment, it's in a position where it looks like it's poised to attack.
Right, okay. See, I try to wake up Toriel, but like, Toriel.
Make a stealth check.
$13.
Alright, so can I wake up, or is anything happening that...
Yeah, you hear Tiffany's kind of like low. Toriel.
Ah, it's in my watch.
There's a wolf. And I sort of like nudge my head to where the wolf is.
You see this like huge, horrifying looking wolf beast.
Do we
Well,
want to attack it or leave it where it is, or get on our horses and go? Like, what do you
it's a
want to do?
wild wolf, I presume. I don't want to engage it until it attacks us.
She says she can attack us, Chen. Is it moving closer?
Well, are you guys not moving?
No.
No, we're just looking
Oh
at
wait,
it.
do I
at
have
the
my
moment.
armor on? Can I put my armor on if I didn't?
I will say for the purposes of this, you have your armor on, but in future, if you don't tell me that you're going to take your armor off before you rest, you gain a point of exhaustion when you wake up. Like, that's the effect of sleeping in your armor, just because it's heavy armor.
Okay. Because normally I take it off while sleeping,
Yeah, but
which we said a few times before.
I'll say for its purposes that it's on and you don't have any like exhaustion.
Okay.
But in future.
Okay, I'll just take my hammer. I'll put on the ground with the hilt in front of us, threatening towards the wolf, and I just stare it down.
Me too. I stare it down too with give him advantage, Tren.
Both of you roll for intimidation. If Tiffany beats her DC, it'll lower Toriel's DC.
What does that mean?
Basically, if Tiffany succeeds, it makes your roll easier.
I got an 8.
I got an 11.
It completely disregards both of you and begins to like sniff at the ground and appears to be walking close towards the little girl.
Okay, I get up.
Second you get up, it pounces at you.
Jesus, I shield myself and I use mold earth and put a giant spear right next to where it's going to land.
For one reaction.
How about you just encase it in mud?
Yeah, I mold the earth and I put a giant wall in front of my face. So it should smash its face against the wall.
Okay, mold earth.
It's a cantrip, leave me alone.
I know it's a cantrip, I know. I still have my spell work this up.
It's simple shapes, but I'm pretty sure I can make a little wall.
What's the casting time on it?
It's instant.
No, but is it one round? Is it one action? Bonus action? Reaction?
I'm getting so annoyed. I just wanted it to be simple, but now I have to bring up my spell sheet.
It is one action. Unfortunately, you cannot do that.
Yeah. It's one action, it lasts for an hour.
I'll let you do the shield self.
I'll shield myself then.
Doesn't matter, roll the natural 20.
Nice.
I'm not making the shot. I'll screen cap this shit if you want.
Gladly.
What happens, Chen, when it leaps at me? Does it
You
turn me into a
instantly
wolf?
die because it rolled natural 20.
I don't think that's how it works.
Roll the natural 20.
Pretty sure that's not how it works. I don't think if it leaps at me, I die instantly.
No, but a 20...
Yeah,
A
severe
25
damage.
hits you, though, doesn't it?
You know, you would have been safe in the house, I guess.
No, I'm fine.
No,
staying
we wouldn't have.
outside.
The thing already came into
Voice
the house
already
once. You can do
Yes,
it
because
again.
there was a
Voice inside
human
of
with
my
it that
head.
opened the door.
What is this tutorial? Can you hear a voice in your head?
I didn't say anything.
So it leaps at you and it slashes across your robe, like and tears and flecks of blood and a little bit of flesh off into the side, and it slashes at you again. Deals 26 points of slashing damage. Because of its
Might
crit.
actually be the first time that you take damage, Tiff. Tiffany, the
Ah! That was me screaming in pain.
Little girl wakes up and she's like frantically looks around. She sees a wolf, and she stands up. Everyone, go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Yay, initiative, my favorite thing to do, cause I always roll so high. And by high I mean 16.
would have heard the scream.
Everyone would have heard this scream, I'm pretty sure.
Alright, so what's my
I
dexterity?
don't know if you would have heard it through your mask.
It doesn't cover my ears. Wouldn't I have heard it through the walls? That would be more of an issue. No wall that is.
But yeah, go ahead.
Wait,
Go
are
ahead
you
and roll
in the
initiative.
house?
You would have heard
I'm
it.
in the house,
He's
yeah.
still in the house, yeah.
Oh, what
I'm
a
in the
cunt.
house, sleeping
What a
there.
big old cunt. I hate this character.
He is spineful, yes. Alright. What's my dexterity? -2 or so?
Your initiative is +2.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, 11.
11, so 16, 12. Tiffany, what'd you get?
10.
Say again?
10.
10.
Man, what is it with Tiffany's rolls today? They're all bad.
10's alright.
Murdoch gets a 17.
Give me a break, I've just been slashed across my body.
I'm not. How is this your fault? It's
I
RNG.
didn't say it was my fault. I said, give me a break, I've been slashed across my body.
Okay, so talk around is Murdoch who sees this and he's gonna I should have battle map here, but I don't. Apologies. He's gonna get up. Gonna roll an intelligence check to see if he understands what's going on.
Oh, you got a new pet!
He
Is
rolls a
that your
5, so he spends his turn getting grasp of the situation. It's gonna end his go.
Alright, fair
He
enough.
is up and ready for battle now, and he does acknowledge that it's a terrible thing. He does shout out, "It's a warg!"
Ah,
It's a what?
a warg, yes. Like Greymane, you know?
A werewolf.
Kinda.
No, that's a lycanthrope.
They're similar-ish.
Okay, how is a warg
I
differently
think
than a
warg is not
werewolf?
connected to the moon, though.
So
I
a
don't
warg
know.
can just turn to a wolf at will?
A warg is a wolf creature.
Ah, so
doesn't-
there's no
doesn't
human
turn
form
into
of him,
anything.
yeah.
That's wait, then it means that's not like
Give me a
Greymane
second,
at
I need
all.
to move.
Ooh, what an ugly creature.
Yeah, I'm gonna just straight up tell you because you guys would all probably know like basic warg knowledge. Warg is an evil predator that delights in hunting and devouring creatures weaker than itself. They're cunning, malevolent. They tend to roam as packs, and are often raised by goblins or hobgoblins.
But
They-
the girl said something about a man. I guess that wouldn't mean a goblin, would it?
Some of them also speak goblin, and some of them speak common.
The wargs speak?
They have been known to speak. Not all
Yeah.
wargs do speak, but
Tolkienish wargs are actually quite intelligent, actually.
Well, not everything is Tolkienish.
Yeah, but D&D is a lot.
These wargs are actually wiser than Mormon.
He's a fanatic. He's a fanatic.
Can we
And
just
it's-
recruit the warg and fight Mormon?
Yeah, just the one who probably murdered his little child's parents to assassinate a fellow paladin. You're
you
in
know.
trouble, Missy.
So whose turn is it? Are we fighting?
Sorry, yeah. After Murdoch is Toriel.
Alright, what shall I? I shall attack twice, I suppose. With me hammer. And let's see if I cast a spell with it.
Rip out me hammer.
I mean, I could do everyone's favorite spell that makes your ears bleed.
I'm not
Which
there, so.
It's called Thunderous Smite. So do that. 27.
27 to hit.
Okay, then we roll le damage on. What the fuck did I just do? That was the wrong place to type that in. D8 plus 5. Here comes my basic damage, which is 7. Then we do another 2d6. which is 4, and then it must make a strength saving throw, I think. Against, well, not much. Against 13, I think. Yeah.
Strength save against 13. Rolls 4.
Alright, so it gets pushed back 10 feet.
I think so. Toriel launches herself at this warg, grasping a hammer and slamming it into the underside of this warg. This loud clattering thunder sound echoes out. You feel like shockwave kind of ripple over your body for a second as its claws are ripped from your body, Tiffany, and launches this warg 10 feet across, just narrowly missing one of the trees.
If you didn't hear the scream, Mormon, you definitely would have heard that.
I'm already on my way, I guess.
Can I
Or
immediately
about to go
jump
on my way.
after it and hit again?
You can indeed, because you still have all of your movement, technically.
Excellent.
I just
Then we
imagine
try
Tiff being
another
like,
hit with a good old Divine Smite, I believe it is called.
being like some kind of etchy anime girl.
That is
getting her
actually the
clothes
same
ripped
number,
apart.
27, so I presume it hits.
It does it.
Well, then we are going to roll a little bit of the damage.
Launches herself again, this time taking the hammer in one hand, swinging it overhead and slamming it into the back of this warg as this divine glow forms from her arm, spreads down into the hammer and bursts out the head of the hammer, dousing this.
Dealing 18 points of damage.
Whee, what a turn.
I know, Toriel's pretty sweet, eh?
When she does her job properly.
You'll never let that go! One fight, Tiffany, one fight!
What's that?
Okay. Whose turn is it now?
It's the warg's turn.
Oh, how fun.
Does it try and hit Toriel, I imagine? Or
Well, your DM is bad at math. 35 points of damage. Warg is gonna, after taking that blow, you kind of pull your hammer back and you see your first hit split its like chest open and there's just like blood and bits of its guts hanging out underneath its body. Your second hit launched some of those guts out of that initial hole that you made.
so I almost just killed it in one turn.
It kind of weakly stands up and snarls at you. It's like, and it's going to use the disengage action. No, it's going to use. Yeah, it's going to use its bonus action to howl.
What a bonus action! Ah, no, wait, that means more Worgen. Fuck me.
I guess so.
So you
Uses
can
its
howl, but
action
you
to
can't
disengage.
scream.
Action to disengage, and then it's going to run. Its full move away from you, which is 50 feet. So it darts 50 feet through the trees off into a clearing.
Are we still in battle?
You're still in combat. Mormon, you're up.
Right, well, I first have to make my way there towards this encampment.
So Mormon starts making his way. I guess you're taking a dash action to get there as fast as possible.
Yeah, of course.
So it's 60 feet. You're on your way. Tiffany, you're up.
I want to use... Can I see him running away or not?
Yeah, it's 50 feet from you at the moment.
Can I use magic missile
No,
on it?
it's 60 feet from you, but yeah.
I want to use magic missile, but as a 3rd level spell.
Look, look. How many dots is that? That is 5. Wait, 3rd level.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 missiles.
So what do I roll?
That's going to be 5d4 plus 5. As Tiffany kind of shakes off the slashing. It's like blood that's pouring from her torso at the moment and stands up. She summons you.
20!
That thing is toast.
These 5 missiles just kind of arc around her head and they're all darting off at the exact same time, the same direction. There's 5 beams of light just slam into the back of this warg as it's running away. Its body just goes limp and slides across the floor.
Might have been a bit of an overkill.
It was way overkill. You roll what, 20 damage?
Yep.
Yeah, you did 19 points of extra damage to that walk.
Nice.
And wasted a spell slot.
Oh no! How tragic! How
She's
can I attack
only
the
a wizard who has
wizard?
about 20 of them.
Yeah, you're the wizard. You gotta know what
Dare
to do.
I
The little girl is
use
going to.
a move?
How dare you use her abilities?
She's gonna look around and pick up her teddy bear, and she's gonna run behind Tiffany and just kind of like grab onto your clothes, and she's like hiding her head in your back.
Oh!
So the thing's
Okay,
dead. Are we still in
child.
combat, or can we just all make a dash for the horses? Cause we need to leave now.
You're in the
Just
field.
finished one with one strike. How tough could the rest be?
Yeah, well, next thing, a pack of 20 of them's gonna show up, and I don't want
You
to
don't want
stick
to avenge the
Oh,
around.
farmer? You do not want to
Yeah, I want to retreat.
find
too,
out what
for real.
happened?
We can do that later, but priority number 1 is getting the girl to safety.
Well, that's your priorities. Mormofessa has
I
different
fuck.
priorities.
Fine.
I give a.
That's all.
I take a huge
Tutorial.
fucking dump on Mormon's priorities.
Right, okay. Tiffany takes the little girl to the horse, puts her on the horse.
Here, actually.
I get on the horse. I'm assuming Toriel's getting on the horse too.
Yeah. I hope Marduk goes on a horse and then we leave. I hope we can see more. I hope we can shout to Mormon. Hey, Mormon, we're leaving.
Yeah, Mormon. At this
I
point,
guess
you
Scarf's-
kind of get there and you see them getting on their horses.
Just one thing. Orcs are actually pretty fast.
What a shame. I can probably attack from the horse.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yep.
combat from the horse.
You put your ride at danger.
I can summon
no.
another one, mate.
You can.
Yeah,
You can't.
Tiff is on the same
I
horse.
can use AoE spells that can be like launched 50 feet away from me. I think my horse is fine.
And also,
About-
Tiffany's on the same horse as me.
Were you guys discussing this? Around 2 rounds have gone.
We're on the horses. We're already going, Chen.
I couldn't even discuss it.
It
Or
takes
am I already here?
It's going to take Tiffany 2 rounds to get the little girl on the horse and get herself on the horse. So while you guys are discussing this, you got on your horses, and now all of you are on your horseback. Mormon's approaching you at this point. He's like at this point.
Do I
Yeah,
see
we're,
the
we're
dead
riding.
bark
We're
or
riding
what?
to the city. We're riding back to Yanwei.
Yeah, Mormon, what you doing?
Do I see the dead warg? Or
From where you are, no.
I just hear the scream. What happened? You look big.
There's wargs.
Orcs. Oh, I guess there we have our conflict.
Not now. We're calling a retreat. This is too dangerous, especially for this little girl.
You're scared of a few little wargs.
I'm trotting off.
At this point, you begin to hear howls getting closer in the distance.
I really believe you could escape them.
I saw what I said. I'm on my horse. I'm away. I'm
Tiffany's
having a
still-
steady gabble.
Toriel follows, and Mormon, you're just standing there in the field.
Yeah, and we're
Right,
leaving
we're
our
expensive.
bedrolls there because there wasn't time to roll them up.
Yeah, all your campsite stuff is still there.
I mean, Morph is an idiot and a fanatic. He would just stay and, well, take them on single-handedly.
All right, fine. You know what? Here's the plan. You die a hero, keeping them off our backs, and we ride off to Yanwei.
I have no intentions of dying.
Oh, we're on a horse. We can't speak to him.
Yeah, I'm
you,
just.
you guys have taken off.
I'm.
So Mormon, you're just standing in this field waiting for whatever to come.
I would
Not
actually...
dealing with this.
Yeah, I'll wait here and... No, actually, if the system doesn't really allow
We're here to
good
die.
tactical retreats.
Well, they're making a
No,
tactical retreat right now.
I will just answer the howl and then make a dash action back to the farm, because that would give me an advantage in, well, there's actually somewhere I could fortify myself in and, well, await the next attack.
Okay, you guys move 60 feet down the road.
Oh yeah, and
Norman,
I take the body of the dead warg and take it with me to,
you
well...
you can't see the walk. You don't even know what was happening. You just heard
yeah. Alright, okay then. Because you didn't tell me. Or show me.
We didn't show you what?
Warg.
We were already away.
Yeah, we told you there's wargs, and then we were riding off.
Yeah, but you didn't show me the body of the dead one.
Sorry, I didn't
No,
come
you
back.
didn't.
Say, hey, by the way, come over here really quick. There's a dead warg. All right, we're off.
Okay, so more when you dash back to the farm, you hear like multiple heavy footsteps, kind of like galloping towards you. You get about to the doorway of the farm.
Uh-huh.
Assuming you want to go in the house.
Yeah.
And then you turn around, and there are 10 wargs.
This is gonna be a challenge. Inside the house or outside the house?
They're kind of like a few. They're not all coming from the same direction. Like a couple of them kind of flank round and jump over sides of a gate. All the sheep like begin to scour and run off. Wargs just kind of completely ignore them and focus their attention on you.
Alright, I run into the house, close the door, and try to barricade myself in. Does this... It has windows, you said. Okay. Well, it's gonna be fine. Is there also...
From your investigation, you would have found one window at the front, which is where the light was. No, two windows in the front, sorry, where the light was, and one in the kitchen. And one in the back, near where the hidden hatch was, which you just
Okay.
completely ignored and tore through the floor, so there's also a hole in the floor as well.
Alright. Well... If there isn't anything I can barricade the door with, or close it, or lock it...
You could probably grab some furniture from around the house and begin to barricade.
Alright, I'll do that. Come for me, you beasts.
Use your full movement, your action. You probably get about a chair and a table up against the door. One.
Right, and then I'll...
Just gonna end
What
your
do I do?
turn.
Okay. I'll defend from the kitchen. Only one window, a lot of obstacles, furnitures, tables, more weapons like knives, and one
Okay.
door.
You move into the kitchen.
Okay.
you-
And I flip the table to basically have some cover. Yeah.
So you guys on the horses, you move another 60 feet away. Whoosh. So walk number 1 is going to do that. So you hear a large amount of wargs slam into the front door. You hear clawing at the walls. The window on the opposite side, the kind of like communal area opposite of the kitchen, smashes and a giant paw comes through. That's going to end their turn.
Alright. So there's a paw just coming. I see a paw.
It smashed the window and like came through, and you saw the paw, and then the paw pulled itself back out.
Okay. Well, can I strike it through the window? Basically, just with the axe head. Basically, just like a stab motion.
You'd have to go to the other side of the house, but yeah.
Okay. No, I'm staying where I am, I guess, and let them come to me. No need to move and expose myself.
Okay. So you're holding your action then.
Exactly.
Holding it.
And try to get the first attack on any son of a bitch coming for me.
Okay, next turn. The door bursts down. 2 wargs enter. You can see there's more like in the doorway, but 2 of them kind of enter and they kind of look around for a second, and then one of them focuses attention on you. 2 jump through the window, and 1 smashes the window in the kitchen.
Alright, that one gets a nice beating.
Okay. So you get... I believe you only get one attack because you didn't rage, but I suppose I'll let you rage if you want to rage, which will give you another attack.
I guess rage would just last for a couple of rounds, I guess, would it?
Rage lasts until you stop taking damage.
Alright, well, in this case I'll activate it, but shit's getting down now.
Okay, you feel your like muscles kind of ripple over, and it's like you bite your lip, and a bit of blood trickles down. Your vision kind of goes a little reddish as you pull your axe and prepare to make this stand against these 10 walks.
Yeah, this is stupid, but mofo.
So your axe is +2 to hit.
Mhm.
So you're gonna go ahead and roll d20.
Alright,
+2,
let's
+3.
see. 18, that hits.
Yeah, 18 just hits.
Chris,
So,
the only person who can ever get 2 characters killed in a D&D playthrough.
Yeah, and also in
So-
about 3 sessions from one another.
Yes.
Well, sorry for actually being creative with my characters.
I
and
mean, I
being
do.
daring.
Mormon was a piece of shit, but at least he died with honor. You know what? Mormon is alright. Mormon's a good person.
He kinda is and he isn't, though. He's a complicated guy who nobody would mourn
If he
over.
survives, I'll be happy to keep adventuring with him.
so you want to go ahead and roll two-handed? You doing two-handed attack?
Always two-handed.
Okay, d12.
Alright, so d12. 5 damage.
5 plus 5
Oh,
is 10.
alright, that's solid.
As you dome this guy in the head, you get to make another attack. Go ahead. Oh wait, you get rage damage bonus as well, so that's another 2. So that's 12 damage.
Nice. Alright, my second strike. 17, I guess that hits too.
Yep.
I better not kill this guy immediately. I still have to take damage. 7,
7
or
plus
16.
plus 5. It's what, 13? 12 even. Yeah, you dome this warg like giant face that's kind of like snarling and gnashing through the window at you. You just slam it in the head beside your axe. You bring it back and butt it with the pointy end of the handle. You just jam into his head. It kind of reels back, and you manage to poke its head out of the window. His second warg, it's just gonna dash straight at you. Gonna roll to a hit. Rolls a 14 plus 5, which hits your AC. Deals 2d6 plus 5. 11 points of slashing damage as it just tears both its claws into you.
Okay.
One to the side of that warg is going to jump into the side. This room is now crammed full of just like fur and teeth and claws. This one's going to make a bite attack towards you. Oh no, a slash and a bite. You take 7 points of piercing damage.
So, how many do I have now? Hit points?
You are at 32 hit points.
Alright, I'm not that tanky though. Okay.
For its second attack, it's going to roll a 5 plus. So you're now at 22 hit points.
Alright. So this was actually not a character I'm routing for, it's basically just, well...
You don't want him to survive, do you?
I want him to... I don't want him to succeed, but it would be nice if he did. If he did.
You're fighting 10 wargs, you've only damaged one, you didn't kill it.
Yeah, thought so.
It's your turn again. These wargs are like piling in through the front of this house. You're trapped in the kitchen now, and there's 2 wargs blocking the door. Another one's trying to get in through the window. Your back is literally up against the wall.
That's how I like it. But should be actually a maximum of wargs that could fit in this room. So,
Yeah, the room is at max capacity right now.
and the bodies would block the entrance for the other ones. All right, can I make like I don't know, area attack to hit both of them? Kind of just blindly swing.
Well, yeah. Go ahead and make 2 attack rolls.
All right. Woohoo! Natural 20. Let's see, and the second one is just 12.
Natural 20. Okay, go ahead and roll. The 12 doesn't hit, so go ahead and roll a d12 and then double that.
All right. 5 makes 10.
10 plus 2, so it's 12 plus 5, 17, plus your rage bonus, which is another 2, 19. As you don't really have enough distance in this room to swing your hammer fully, but you like slam it into the wall and carve through the walls, like sending bits of wood like chipping into the room, and you slam into the first side of the first warg's head. But your axe kind of lodges itself in the side of its skull, and you just end up slamming that one into the second one. So it doesn't actually connect on the second one, but you do a sizable amount of damage to the first warg.
All right, fair enough.
At this point, the rest of the wargs pile in through the window and the hallway, and you can just see fur now. You can just see fur on the top of the door frame. The occasional teeth, like glowing yellow eyes. The one that's kind of bursting its way through the window makes its way in, but it doesn't have anywhere to go, obviously, so it's kind of just like in the window frame. So all 3 of these wargs that are in melee distance with you are going to attack you. First one rolls a 18, which is your armor class, so it hits. I'm just going to roll all of the damage at once. The second one rolls 15 plus 5, 20, beats your armor class. Third one rolls a 15, which doesn't, so only 2 wargs hit.
Hey, I can continue raging. Alright. So I take 5 damage and another...
No, you take 19 plus 10, because I'm rolling all the damage at once. So 29, which brings you unconscious.
Alright, yeah. Man, that's a...
As this warg bursts through the window, it slashes out at you and bites towards you. The other one kind of slashes, knocking the initial one out of the way. The one that's got still your axe like lodged to the side of its head just like makes a wild frenzy of biting towards you. Just like tears bits of your arms out. One comes through the window, tears a bit of your neck off. There's blood streaming down your body, and you begin to feel lightheaded, hit the floor.
I should have taken a room with no windows so that I could just defend one doorway.
You should have stayed in the camp with the rest of the party. That's what you should have done if you want to
You would
Mormon to
flee
live.
like all of you cowards.
I mean,
It's a
I'm not a
strategic-
coward if I'm not dead.
Yeah, it's a strategic retreat.
So at this point, you guys,
Um,
you can hear the sounds of like wargs attacking and like tearing into a building, but it's like really faint in the distance by this point.
I'm sorry, Mormon.
What a dick.
He may have been a dick, but still, he did not deserve this.
I said dip, not dick.
What?
What a dip, so
What
what
a dip.
news, basically.
Dip. D-I-P. Dip.
Oh, sorry. Still, a loss of a
We
life
gave
is
him the
always
chance to
tragic.
come with us and he didn't. So, you shouldn't be so cocky.
As you guys are kind of like bolting down the road while talking to one another, you notice about 80 to 90 feet off in the distance, there's just a cloaked figure standing in the middle of the road with arms crossed.
Great. If
Can
you
we
do not
ride
escape,
past?
I'm gonna be pissed.
Can we ride past?
You can certainly try.
I reduce speed on the horse.
I'm doing the horse. You holding the girl.
Yeah, but I am also on another horse.
No, we're on the same horse, Tiffany.
No,
No, we're not.
No, Tiffany and the little girl are on her horse, and you and Marduk are on your horse.
Wait, did they take Mormon's horse? Because I'm pretty sure we only bought one for Mormon and one for Marduk, and Tiffany and I were on the
We
same
bought
horse.
two.
We bought two, Mormon and Marduk. Did you take
Well-
Mormon's horse?
No, you've only got one horse, and then it's your summoned horse. So there's one horse still back at the camp.
Yeah, so Tiffany's on my horse.
No,
I'm not on your horse. I'm on a different horse. I don't know if Marduk's riding on
two horses got bought at the stable.
Yeah.
And then you have a summoned horse,
Yeah.
which makes three.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys rode here, but the way you said you were leaving the camp is that Tiffany and the little girl were getting on one horse, Marduk and Toriel were getting on Toriel's horse,
Oh,
and then you left.
okay. I just
There's
thought...
still a third horse, which was Mormon's horse, which is back at the camp.
Okay, fine. I thought
He would
Tiffany
actually
was-
be at the farm. He would have had his horse with him.
Alright, you reduce your speed? Okay.
So I do more of a gallop past instead of a full-on charge, just in case he decides to attack us and completely fly into the air.
Are you still going full speed, Toriel, or are you slowing down?
I mean, when she slows down, I slow down.
Alright, you guys are going to slow down, and now that like the scenery isn't rushing past you, and you can actually make out different figures. It appears to be a human gentleman, wearing long black flowing robes, kind of tight around the arms, tight around the legs, with a large sword attached to his belt, back even. Sorry. You also notice that there are 5 furry figures, just kind of like patrolling the sides of the road.
So we have 15 wargs? Oh shit.
Although they might not be wolves.
Do we want to fight?
So is he stopping us while we're galloping past or not?
As you approach, these wargs kind of start making their way towards the road and like forming this kind of blockade.
Jump over them.
Can we
Right,
trample
around
them down?
I believe your horses might actually be able to do that. You can make a hoof attack.
They're no war horses. They would be have been scared
I
shitless.
make
Mine's
I
a
make a
war
ramp
horse.
and we like Tony Hawk it and just
Tony Hawk.
make a ramp.
Didn't even know
you
there
can,
was a
you can
word.
try and jump over them, but the distance they're covering up, you'd have to jump 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet in order to clear all of the wargs and the guy.
Let's make a hoof attack.
Alright,
So what do we roll for a hoof attack?
So you just roll a d20 and you add your horse's strength.
It's my horse's strength.
Your horse's strength is +3. So
18.
the little girl on the horse rides up to this first fairy figure, which you see is definitely a warg. 18 hits.
Mm.
And roll damage, which is 2d4 +3. I'll slide you guys over here at this point.
9.
Uh, 9 points of damage to this wall.
I reckon we could have all left. If we worked together, we could have defended the house.
Well,
You shut up.
Mormon was a retard, so I guess we're dying.
Not because of him.
At this point, it'd be
Why are you
like-
writing? Why are you writing a poem about me in your native language?
It's not about you. It's just a reference.
Yeah.
So
I thought you
do
were
this.
What is my
Murloc's
horse
turn?
strength, by the way?
You're
Because
no good
it doesn't
at
say
Tiffany.
on the summon thing. It's just of
It's
it
from
has
him, you
the
should check it
thing,
out.
the statistics of a summoned horse, except its intelligence would
Pull it
be.
up. I'll pull it up in your turn. Give me a second. It's Murloc's turn. Murloc is going to use Eldritch Blast. I'm doing it now. It's equals Murloc effect.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
That's the one.
This warg over
He
here.
only says Erdic Blast, doesn't he?
Yeah, he says Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Not Erdic Blast.
Eldritch Blast. He fucking says
Website's crashed.
he fucking
He rolls
says
12
whatever,
plus
but he never says Eldritch.
Yeah, Erdic.
think
Yes, says
that's-
Erdic Blast.
Eridic Blast?
Erdic Blast.
He says what? It's something different each time.
You think by this time I'd know how much damage it does. 1d10 force damage. And at level 5 or higher, it splits into 3 different beams, so he's actually going to direct that towards the one Tiffany's attacking and that other wall.
It's actually dumb. Check this version, it's better. It has actual music.
3 points to the first one, and 6 points to the second one. Or the one that Tiffany's taking, 3 points to the other one. Toriel, you're up.
So I do this. I also want to write one down. Probably that one.
Okay. 10, 25, 40, 56. Yeah, you can make it. You're taking Murdoch with you as well, so it's on the back of your horse.
Yep. So what's the strength of a warhorse?
Warhorse. You can actually have a trait called Trampling Charge.
Ooh.
So you make a hoof attack, which is 1d20 plus 4.
Okay. That's 7. That's kind of shit.
7 does not hit. So your warhorse charges towards this warg, and it, like, after being hit with that crackling blue lightning energy, it like looks towards the direction it came from and sees his horse charging straight at it and jumps to the side.
Can I technically also attack with my hammer as a 2 attack thingy?
I'll let you do it one-handed.
I'm always doing it one-handed.
Okay. I won't say it's a disadvantage just because it's a summoned horse, but yeah.
It will be at a disadvantage, or it won't be.
It won't be just because it's your
Alright,
summoned
14. I assume that doesn't hit actually.
horse. 14 does not hit. Actually, it does. No, it doesn't. Is that the right thing? Yeah, it does hit.
Does it or doesn't it?
It doesn't hit.
It doesn't
Doesn't
hit.
hit.
Good. I mean bad, but you know.
Yeah. That's going to end your turn. So now it is Viswarg's turn. It's going to make an attack towards your horse, Tiffany. Actually, no, it's not. It's going to make an attack straight towards you. It's going to jump and try and take out the rider.
And do what it wants. I punch it in the nose.
This is actually quite a good way for Momov to go out.
It rolls a 17.
I see what my strength is.
No, this is your AC, your armor class.
It does hit.
Hits.
Didn't she summon shield though a while back? Isn't that still in effect?
Will it be?
You did shield self, actually.
So then it wouldn't hit. I am safe.
Actually, it
Can I still
only
do-
lasts one round.
Oh.
Can I pop it in the schnauz as
You
like a
have-
form of like
you have another
reflex?
reaction if you want to spend a spell slot to do it.
Yeah, but I wanted to do it so it wouldn't hit me, so I could just punch it, see if I could knock it out of the way.
Basically, it rolled a 16. Did I say 16 or 15? Well, I said 17. Can't remember.
You said 17.
I
17.
rolled 21 for the punch, Chen.
Okay, it rolled a 17. Your armor class is what?
15.
15. So if you use shield self, it won't hit.
Okay, fine, I shield myself then.
Alright. Tiffany shields herself and the warg jumps up. Just as it does, she kind of manages to glance herself off the side of the warg and pushing it and jumps over to the other side of her.
Can I not punch it in the face as it flies past?
You cannot because you just used your reaction. It narrowly misses the little girl as well as it jumps over you. This warg's going to make an attack towards your horse, Toriel, like directly at your horse.
Okay.
I would just go for the mastermind and try to, well, blackmail him into making every
Garf's not here, alright? He's a statue.
It rolls
He's
15.
still in
Throw
your
a glass at the
head.
wolf.
He lives on in your memories. Do not let him die, for real.
He's not gonna die.
We're gonna
15.
try and save him, mate. That's all we're doing at this point. But sorry that we... Maybe Garf has actually 2 more days of being a statue because we're gonna save this little girl, or we'll try.
5 plus 5 is 10. It does 10 damage to your horse.
I have no clue
Poor
what the
fellow.
stats on my
He's
horse
supposed
are.
to
I got an idea.
Your
You know
horse
how
has
you
9
wanna-
health left.
Okay.
Change, it'll be really funny, right? Just a bit of this. If for my new character, I was the little girl, but I couldn't speak, and I could just play music because I want to be a bard. So all my attacks would be either me playing music or me hitting shit with my bear.
Great, let's get rid of the second person in this entire party that ever makes decisions.
No, like if something happens to Tiff, I'd be a mute child who could play
Yeah,
the
you know how bad that would be.
musical instrument.
Tiffany, there's 2 people in this entire
Maybe-
group that ever make decisions, and it's me and you.
Maybe nurse him.
I could nod and like
What are you
point at
talking
shit.
about? I made decisions.
This warg rolls a
Which
19.
got me killed.
Deals 11 damage to your horse,
Alright,
which
horse is gone.
it like it apparates from beneath you into like this fog cloud, and you and Murdoch drops to the floor, surrounded by these 2 wargs. This warg is going to run forward to attack Tiffany's horse.
You mean you're claustrophobic?
Garf is
How-
claustrophobic. and
Garf
trapped
isn't here!
It rolls a natural 14. Your horse's AC is 10 because it's not a warhorse like
in-
Toriel's.
Maybe he's still sentient.
Did you realize that you're dead, right? And we are
Well, my
still
war
alive.
horse still couldn't fucking dodge anything.
7 points of damage. Your horse has 3 health left. Tiffany,
Well, it's a summoned one, so...
it's not. Tiffany's horse is a real horse. His blood kind of seeps into the ground from the tear wound.
Okay, that's good.
This one's going to make an attack straight towards you, Tiffany.
Nice.
It rolls an 11 plus 5, which is 16.
The shield stealth still not active.
You'd have to reactivate it each round. It only lasts 1 round.
Well, not an
I
entire
will
round has
shield
happened
myself
yet,
again.
Chen.
That's true. That's true. Thank you for pointing that out. It is still active. It does not hit. Good catch,
Thank
Toriel.
you.
You
Can
know,
I
when I
attack
say it
it
an hour
or-
later, nothing counts, so I have to make it snappy these days. I have
Can
to
I-
Catch
be
it in the
aware.
moment.
Can I attack you? Can I attack them?
It's not your turn yet.
Did we ever re-roll initiative for this?
We didn't. We're using the same initiative order, but
Oh,
these
okay.
guys got rolled into it.
Right.
And now it is Gentleman at the Max turn, who's going to draw his sword and slowly
And run away.
walk
Please.
20, 30. He's going to walk over here. As he gets closer to you, Tiffany, you see now it's like this human with really slick blonde hair, quite short. He's got a scar over
It is
his
me.
right eye.
This eye, Garf!
You can see like parts of the bottom part of his gum have been like cut off, and then it's kind of like scarred over and regrowing a little bit, so you can see like the bits of his jaw.
Oh, great.
Ew.
And he pulls out this two-handed sword off his back, but he's just holding it one-handed. One side of the blade is jagged. It looks very evil and slightly twisted.
He looks evil. Well, that's always great.
No, the sword looks evil.
Oh, the sword looks evil.
Yeah, and twisted. It's not like any typical craftsmanship you've seen before. It's almost cruel in its craft, creation, structure, form. Which will end his turn, and the walk's turn. So Tiffany, is now your turn.
Can I use acid splash
Acid splash.
on the on the wolf that's attacking me?
Choose one creature within range, two creatures within range, within 5 feet of each other. Yes, you can. Unless you want to.
I want to do what?
No, because you're level 5, it does 2d6. Yeah, it does 2d6 acid damage and hits all creatures within 5 feet. So if you were to throw it at this warg here, you could get this warg as well.
Okay. Do I not need to plus my spell attack?
No, they need to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay, because I was going to add 6.
So first one rolls a 5, second one rolls a 3. Plus their dex.
They both hit?
4. No, they both fail, yeah. So it's full 2d6 damage to both of them. Which
Max I roll.
6 total, yeah, okay.
And the little girl hit them with her teddy or something. Can she do anything?
Little girl is
She's too
hiding her
scared.
face in the back of a horse.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's dangerous. You kick her in the face and kill her?
No, she's on the back of a horse with you. You just rode your horse
Oh,
over
yeah.
the logs.
I'd suggest getting off the horse before your horse dies.
No, that's fine. My horse is still standing.
It's gonna die next attack though.
Yeah, but then I have to do an action to get off the horse.
You do you.
Oh, she's thinking tactics. So
Do you want to get off and then it's the wolf
And I'm thinking
fights
long
the
term.
level.
If we happen to win this battle and your horse is dead, you'll have to walk.
That's
So-
fine, I can fly. Remember?
Murdoch's turn. Murdoch, because I honestly don't know any of his other spells, by this point he's going to use Eldritch Blast again.
I could make a bicycle out of some dirt and ride the bicycle back.
Does he also use Hex as a bonus action? That's a thing he
Sure,
does, right?
Yeah, he can do Hex, right? Even though it's completely useless because he doesn't do any melee attacks or ranged attacks, he only does spells.
Doesn't Hex only amplify the damage from necrotic damage?
No, you take extra necrotic damage if you attack them, but he doesn't attack people, he only casts spells on people.
So if he attacks them with melee, he would do extra damage?
So if he pulled out his fancy dancy sword of fear, yeah, he would.
And
You
if
do
I
extra
if I do
damage.
it doesn't do extra damage?
You don't have Hex, so no, it's the
Well, I
caster
mean,
of Hex
it could
gets the
be-
bonus.
Well, it could be a general thing. Anything that attacks his creature now gets bonus damage.
No, it's for caster of Hex gets the bonus damage.
It's lame.
Nice.
He can disadvantage. He can disadvantage one of their ability checks. So one of you guys want to choose one of them?
Strength.
I'll be back in a second. For my attack, I want to hold Ice Knife. Just because I want to grab some food because I'm hungry.
All right, go for it.
Well, would strength be a good thing to give him a disadvantage on?
It depends. Are you going to try and make them make strength saving throws? Tiffany just made a dex saving throw. It depends, what you.
Oh, it's saving
What if
throws.
Well, an ability check. So I guess it wouldn't be a saving throw, but
Yeah, well, what do they attack with? What's their modifier for an attack? It's strength, I imagine.
yeah, but that's not an ability check.
That's an attack is technically an ability check.
Yeah, I'll say it applies to their saving throws. Go, sure. Your choice.
Strength.
Strength, okay. He hexes one right in front of him. which is the brownish one. Disadvantage on strength. And then he's going to cast Eldritch Blast for 2d10. Actually, he's going to see if he rolls to hit.
And he also channels 3 beams, right?
2.
2.
First one doesn't hit, second one does. Five points of force damage to the brownish, the darker one.
Doesn't he get a plus? Something?
No, it's just spell.
Does he also count with what's the other one? Horrendous
no.
Blast?
Fucking. This website doesn't have any of that shit on it. Sure, agonizing blast. Let's say 2d6. That's a lot of d6s I rolled. We'll take the highest. 6 and 5. Okay. You're up, Toriel.
The one he hit is with a total of about 20 to 30 damage. It's looking pretty bloody, right?
It's bloodied, yeah. But his fur is slightly catching light.
Alright, we're gonna try and hit it with a branding Machigim buff. Does 14 didn't hit, right?
14 does not know. Just misses.
Gonna do it again, and we hit 27.
That hits.
Roll. Actually, can I? No, I already said I attacked this one. So I can't suddenly say I didn't attack another one. That'd be dumb. 19 damage.
19. Like, as your hammer makes contact with the side of its fur, bits of its fur go flying off to the side, in the same direction that you're swinging your hammer. You notice that, like, bits of its skin are beginning to chip off and peel with this, like, divine arcane energy, as this effect seems to just freeze in place, and it just looks at you and then falls to the side.
I would like to have anything with a
pass
bonus
test.
action. That'd be great.
Do you?
I'm checking. I don't think I do. I mean, I can just cast another thunderous smite upon my hammer. I guess I'll do that.
You've still got movement as well.
Well, if I move, this thing's gonna take advantage of me, right?
Yep.
Unless, how I move over here. Actually, no. You know what? No, I'm perfectly fine where I am.
Okay.
But I do cast thunderous smite on me weapon.
Tiffany's also looking pretty bloody.
Yeah, but here's the plan. Tiffany's technically not in a line from me, right? Through all the organs.
She just about is. Like, the warg, this one is kind of moving about a bit. It's basically a straight line.
So Tiffany's in a straight line from me and the two wargs?
Yeah.
Alright, fine, I'll move over here.
Tiffany and the little girl.
Okay, then I'll definitely move over there.
Okay, you move around that warg. It doesn't get an attack because you're still in combat with it. And your turn. Coming up to wargs. This one is going to see that you've just destroyed its friend, but sees your frailer looking friend behind you and is going to go straight for Murdoch.
By the way, does he have to have a killing blow to get the extra health? Because otherwise he has this weird ability, right? Where per kill he gets extra health.
He has to get a killing blow, yeah.
Yeah.
It rolls a natural 20. So that's going to be 6 and a 2. 8 doubled to 16, plus 5. Brings up to 21 points of slashing damage. Mrs. Wargs pounces straight past you and slices straight towards Murdoch.
If he survives, he's gonna use the fucking reaction time thingy, right?
Yeah, Hellish Rebuke. What does that do to his health?
Imagine it takes up at least 2/5 of its health.
That brings him down to 11. Yeah, him and Tiffany are now the same health peak.
God damn it! I want Garfier. He could taunt them, so they attack him.
But yeah, Murdoch, after taking this, is gonna raise his finger. And he's going to point at the one in front of him. He needs to make a dex saving throw. Rolls of 15 plus 1, 16 against his spell attack modifier, which I believe is 16, so it makes it. So it takes half damage, which is 2d10 fire.
Does it also burn?
No. I'll roll 1d20, 2d10. .19 of fire damage towards this walk. As it jumps towards him and slashes him and then just erupts in a ball of fire behind you. It's going to end his turn. This warg is going to... No, this warg. This one right here. Hello. He's going to swipe towards this horse, which is already struggling to hold up the two people on top of it. Rolls an 11. Hits. Kills. Horse falls limp underneath Tiffany. Her and the little girl do manage to... She like kind of cradles her as they fall to the floor. Picks herself up. This guy's going to go straight for Tiffany. Rolls a 7 plus 5. She's still got to shield self up, doesn't she? No, she doesn't. And the ground, but she would probably cast it again. So just remind her to mark that off.
To mark what off again?
Shield self. First level spell slot.
Shields. Alright.
Shazat does not hit. It swipes towards her, but she just managed to roll out of the way as she's falling off her horse. The second warg is going to also attack her. Rolls a 19 plus 5. That one definitely hits. 14 points of slashing damage to Tiffany. It tears in. Now you can see that, like, where she was bleeding before, it's now just gushing down. Like, the entire bottom half of her greenish, pinkish robes are just red, crimson. This guy's going to move in range and he's going to attempt to grab the little girl from Tiffany. Actually, no, he's not. He's going to charge at you, Toriel. And he's going to make a multi-attack against you. Rolls an 11.
I'm back.
Tiffany,
You used shield yourself.
You're also dead. I mean, downed.
Is the
Yeah.
horse off?
your horse is dead. You used a first level spell slot and you took 14 points of slashing damage.
I said I was going to hold ice knife, but okay.
Yeah, but it's not your turn yet. You use Ice Knife on your turn. As long as you don't die before your turn.
I mean, she said she... I don't know. Wait, yeah, it's true. Never mind.
You have to hold an action on your turn. But he rolls an 11 plus 6.
Doesn't hit.
Wait, that's just his strength modifier.
Fuck off!
Plus sword bonus is plus 3.
fine, he hits. We're all gonna die here.
As this jagged edged sword tears into your chainmail as he kind of like pulls it back towards him, it kind of saws through a couple of the links which go flying off, and you feel this like crude twisted sword pierce your scales. That's going to be, where am I? D12. It's going to be 7 points of piercing damage plus. Hold on. It's 7 points of piercing damage plus 6, which brings up to 15 points of piercing damage.
How is 7 plus 6 15?
14.
13.
13. There you go. Thank you. I told you, your DM is bad at math. 14 points plus
13.
13 points. Sorry, there's a lot. My sheet is filled with numbers. You take 14 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 1.
Natural one. Oish. You, as this blade kind of saws its way into your flesh, you feel really weak for a moment, as if it's draining part of your life force. And as it does, this sword begins to glow with this kind of red intensity, and man holding the sword, his form almost seems to like enlarge slightly before returning to normal.
Great. Life essence skill. Weapon.
It's going to go ahead and end his turn. Oh wait, no. He was making a multi-attack, wasn't he? He rolled a natural 20. So it's going to be 6 points of piercing damage times 2 to 12 plus 6 is 18 points of piercing damage. Plus 3, sorry, actually, as well. No, yeah, plus 3. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 6, 18, plus 3, 21. Points of piercing damage, and I need to make another Constitution saving throw.
19.
19? That makes it. This time he seems to resist the effect. Which now does end his turn. Back to the top of the round is Marduk, who's going to use Eldritch Blast with Repelling Blast against this warg in front of him. It's 2 beams, so he's also going to direct one of the beams at the guy with the evil sword. First one against his own warg misses. The one against the gentleman, however, hits. Is 7. And he needs to make a strength saving throw. Natural 1. Not only is he pushed 10 feet away, he's also knocked prone. 10 feet. This blast comes over your shoulder as the sword is still in your side and slams into this cloaked figure, pulling the sword from your side and launching him back as he slides across the floor, knocking up bits of dirt and cobble along the road. It's going to end Murdoch's turn. Toriel, you're up.
I'm gonna attack one warg. The 14 misses. Why do I always roll a fucking 14? Then a natural 20.
Well, which will you attacking? 14.
That one.
Oh yeah, missed.
That one. Actually, the one. No. It makes sense. The one in front of me. As I moved around him.
One in front of you hits.
Alright. Because then I want to throw him away from Tiffany and then kill the one behind me to get it off Mordok's back. D8 plus 5.
Hold up.
What?
Yeah, no, take a turn, sorry.
Alright, he takes a total of 14 damage and he must make a strength saving throw.
He rolls a 5 plus 5, 10.
Doesn't make it.
Does not make it. He's launched 10 feet. He's just slam into the side of it.
And he's also knocked prone.
Yeah, and he lands. His feet kind of give out, falls to the side, ground. You making your over attack?
Yeah, against the one behind me.
Let's go for it.
I already rolled that before. I rolled 2 attacks consecutively. I rolled a 20. Plus 8, so 28.
Yeah, so 28 hits, and then you...
This one I'm just gonna attack. And natural thing means I'll double it, right? So
Yeah, so-
that's 21 damage.
So 8 times 2 plus all of your shit. It's
Plus
21.
5, yeah.
21 damage.
Yeah.
You want attacking Marduk?
Yeah.
That kills it. Just
Yeah.
completely caves in part of his body, falls limp on the ground. Tiffany.
She is holding Ice Knife.
Yeah, I was gonna attack the one right in front of me with ice.
Which one? There are 2 on you. One of them is currently looking at the little girl.
Well, I'll attack the one that's... Oh, shit. I'll attack the one that's looking at the little girl. I'll cast it as a second level spell, though.
Okay, doc. Ice Knife second level. Can you do Ice Knife second level?
I thought you could do that with all spells.
Some spells you can cast them at higher levels, but it doesn't have any effect.
Well, why would you do it? Just when you run out of low level?
Yeah. But you
Still
can.
doesn't seem smart.
You get an additional knife for each level.
Well, I'll throw it at both of them in front of me.
So you've... Oh shit. So, from actually understanding how an ice knife works now, make 2 ranged spell attacks. No, just 1 ranged spell attack, sorry. No, 2.
Is it a
No,
one?
2.
Is it 1d20 though?
Roll 1d20 and then add your spell attack modifier for the one that's between you and the shadowy man.
25.
Hits. Roll another d20.
20.
Hits. So go ahead and roll 1d10.
One.
Roll another d10.
Three.
Okie doke. And now they need to make dex saving throws. What's your spell save DC? It doesn't matter, they both fail actually. So you get to roll an additional
Okay.
2d6. No, 4d6, sorry. Because the ice knife is supposed to explode after it hits.
9.
So they both take 9 points of cold damage. As this, you summon these 2 frosty knives and just fling them in opposite directions. They stab into the sides of both of these wargs, just blow up into this cloud of frost and ice. Seems to have no effect on you, of the little girl.
How convenient.
Yes, it's almost as if it was your spell. Alright, and then Wargs turns up, and then Tiffany will get another turn because her turn got skipped last time, which is why she's taking her turn before Warg.
Right, okay, so I'm getting approached by another one.
You are about to get attacked by 3 Wargs, so this one is going to use half its movement to get up and dive your ass.
Wow.
Rolls a natural 18 plus 5. Even with, if you want to try and shield yourself, it wouldn't matter because that is a 23 total.
Oh. Yep. You know what I do, Chen?
What?
I just fly. I take the little girl's hand, I just fly in the air.
On your turn, if this doesn't kill you, you can do that.
And every one of
So-
them is gonna get an attack of opportunity.
That is true.
But I'm in the air, you can't touch me. I'm sky high. I'm up there.
So this one rolls 15 points of slashing damage, which I believe brings you unconscious.
No.
No?
No.
Pretty sure it does.
No.
You took 21 points from the initial one who rolled a natural 20 on you.
I have one.
You took 14 last round, and then you... Okay, you got one. Holy shit.
I have one.
You were very lucky. Second walk.
I've been close to death before, I'm fine with it.
It rolls a 6. Does not hit. The last one. 17. It's 5. 20. Hits. Rolls 10. Does 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay, now I fall unconscious.
Tiffany falls to the floor, and this little girl just kind of looks around at her, like really scared. She grabs her teddy bear even tighter, and she looks at the walls, like snarling in her face, growling. She's surrounded by these 3 wargs.
It'd be nice if you helped.
This guy over here starts laughing, and
You wanna do
half his
anything?
movement to get up. Actually, no. After this guy's turn, you get to make a death saving throw. It's gonna run back towards you, Tori.
I don't wanna.
He's gonna make another multi-attack. He rolls 2. No way he can hit. And a 4.
I got an 11! Yes!
2.
I
Doesn't
got an 11!
It's
Yes!
great. It's great, but it's not your turn, so go ahead and roll again.
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes, because maybe you shouldn't
I got
interrupt
an
while I'm doing
11!
this. Go ahead and roll again.
Yes! 20!
Oh shit.
That's
oh shit.
two. That's 2 instantly made, right?
That's she instantly goes back to 1 hit point.
Ah.
Well, aren't you a lucky one?
Too bad it
Very
doesn't matter
lucky.
because you just go down next round again.
What if I use my necklace?
Just cast a
and
fireball
just-
on you. Go out with a blaze.
Actually, that might kill all of them.
Top around, Murdoch. He's gonna do
Probably not that mofo.
Eldritch Blast against. Seeing Tiffany go unconscious, he would probably cast Eldritch Blast on this warg. She can see.
Tiff, think of a good one-liner.
He hits it.
She's not even gonna have a turn before she goes down again.
What if I use my necklace?
He's gonna direct the second one at the guy.
Can he use the fucking push away again? Cause that'd be great. Also, when
was
he
gonna
was on top
attack.
of me and he got pushed away, wouldn't I have gotten an attack of opportunity?
No, because he didn't move away from you, like, willingly.
Oh.
I was gonna add Agonizing Blast to it.
Hey,
Unless
we're
you
gonna
want him to do
help
Repelling
potion.
Blast.
I mean,
We wanna
what does
focus.
what would agonizing blast do?
More damage.
Because pushing away is is pretty important. Because then I can disengage and actually help Tiffany.
Pushing him away does... Like, the Repelling Blast pushes him 10 feet backwards, but he also could resist the effect.
Fine. Okay.
And he's got the same amount of strength as you, so, you know.
Okay. Do the extra damage, and I'll just have to try and kill him as fast as I can.
This warg is dead. He just explodes, meaning Murdoch gets his temporary hit points.
Thank God.
By the overflow, which is 5. To the guy, he deals. There's 4 actually. Sorry, my mistake. And to the guy, he deals 3. Okay. Toriel, you're up.
I'm gonna try attack the dude in front of me twice with good old shenanigans. You know the one.
Damn,
You know the drill.
14, I believe that misses. Why do I roll 14 every fucking round?
I don't know, but it hits.
It does? Holy shit. Extra spell slot, that would be 3, that'd be 4, that'd be that, that'd be that, that'd be this much damage. 19 damage.
19 points of damage. Whack! You hear a couple of ribs break. A little bit of blood gushes from his mouth.
And we're gonna do that again. Please don't roll worse. Actually 12, does that hit? Probably not.
12 does not hit.
Dang it.
Okay.
So, Ken,
So,
if I were to activate my necklace, a complete gamble of what I'm going to get with it.
yeah,
But how do you know what I get with it? Do you choose?
I have a chart. I make you roll dice, and then I tell you what result you get from the chart.
I want to cry. I don't want to use it.
Hey, it could full heal you.
I could kill everyone around me.
Just roll a 72. Well, here's what's happening. If you kill everyone around us but you survive, that's still better than all of us dying and none of us survives.
I could kill the little girl, couldn't it?
It's true. But if you want to do anything, do it now while I still have an amount of hit points that where I could possibly survive and heal all of you.
Yeah.
You using it?
No.
Okay.
I just feel like it'd be too risky.
It's not your turn regardless anyway, but I was just wondering. It's actually the warg's turn again.
How great.
Isn't it just? He rolls a 14 plus 5, 19. Would you like to shield self, which will give you enough to survive the hit?
Yes, I would, Ken. I would love to shield myself and not die.
Okay, warg snaps towards you and he just seems to hit this strange arcane barrier that you managed to put up at the last second. The second warg also rolls a 14.
So Tiffany survives another round.
Tiffany survived the
Thank
round.
you. Can I slowly start to heal myself, or no?
Well, first, our good old friend Mr. Creepy is going to. Did anyone heal? No, he's gonna roll around you, Toriel, to Murdoch. Still in melee range, but he's kind of going to use the momentum of you swinging towards him and like hitting him to kind of roll off your hammer and glance off you towards Murdoch and use that to make it into a sword attack as he spins towards Murdoch with a natural 20. He's going to go ahead and deal 9 plus 3 is 12 plus 6. Oh wait, no, it's a natural 20, so 9 times 2 is 18 plus 3. Murdoch is unconscious. Actually, no, Murdoch falls to the floor. And then his muscles seem to kind of ripple and his eyes flick open again. And his eyes are like bloodshot as he stands back up. Murdoch is alive at 1 hit point. He's using his second wind, or whatever it's called. The guy's going to make another attack towards him. Rolls a 13 plus hits him again. This time knocks him down for the count. Marduk's unconscious.
How much hit points does everyone around us have?
Everyone except the guy in the cloak is bloodied.
Not the little girl.
Little girl hasn't been attacked yet. They seem to have been going for you because you seem to be kind of shielding her.
Wait, I have a. It's too late now, probably, right? But this Mordok's within 5 feet of me, right?
Oh, he's not even here, man. Don't heal him when I'm here with you.
Just.
Not anymore. He was until you moved forwards.
Oh. But you come.
So why don't
I
This
mean,
is Tiffany's turn. It's if an ally is in 5 feet of you, not if an enemy attacking an ally.
yeah. But I just wanted to know if Mordok was in 5 feet of me.
Okay.
The problem is, Tiffany, if I disengage, that's my action, right?
Yep.
So I can't heal you this round, no matter what.
I mean, you could just to get a free attack.
Hardly an hour a day, because if I fly, I'll have a free attack.
If you fly, those wargs are going to get to choose whether they attack you or the little girl.
Ah,
He's also thinking, if I take a hit
I
from the
encase
guy,
myself.
would he actually get
I
an attack on
encase
me? He's looking at
myself and the
Mordok.
little girl into a shell of earth and just hide in it. Yes.
Forms the earth around her into a earthen shield, almost like that Spider-Man 1 game where you do that little web explosion, but with dirt. As a reference that's lost on all of you. But yeah,
Well, why
Tiffany
can't he? I didn't listen.
Yeah, play Spider-Man 1 for PS1.
No.
Yeah.
You could have said like Avatar in season 3 against the Fire Lord.
I suppose, something like that. But yeah, this little bubble of earth appears over Tiffany and encases her and the little girl.
Sort of.
Okay, and your turn. Back to top around Murdoch.
He's making a saving throw.
He is indeed. Rolls are free. I shit you not.
He's going to be
I
so
shit you not.
pissed if he comes
If
back and
you
he's
kill
dead.
Mordok, well, Eclipse not even here. He's gonna be fucking pissed.
I shit you not. He rolled a free.
So is
I
it
mean,
my
he said
turn?
he was going to be late. He said he was going to be late, but I don't think he said he wasn't going to be here.
Yeah, Toriel.
Or did he say he couldn't make
Right,
it?
we're gonna try 2 attacks, and we fucking pray that I actually hit both of them. 16. And natural 20! Both hit, I think.
Yep.
Question, does my Divine Smite also double with a natural 20?
Only the dice doubles.
Yeah, the initial hit, the actual melee attack.
Only the actual hit doubles it.
Okay.
Unless it's sneak attack, in which case you get bonus damage, but it's not sneak attack.
I mean,
Unless
isn't
you were a rogue, in which this would be sneak attack.
Oh, right.
But you're
Yeah,
not a
because
rogue.
I thought, because there's a way I remember sneak attacks, he's looking away, but yeah, I'm not a rogue, so it isn't. We're dealing 23 points of damage in the first hit. I rolled down, there needs to be a space there. Then 4, that's 8, another 8 damage. And another 13 damage.
For a total of what I need this broken down like into bludgeoning and holy or radiant.
You know what, I gotta read real quick if plus 1d8 for each spell. Okay, that is true then. The total damage would be quite a bit actually. Let me just count that up. 40 damage?
No, but how much of it is bludgeoning? How much of it is radiant?
Oh, 14 is bludgeoning and the rest is radiant.
Okay, so he takes 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
If you tell me it's resistant to fucking radiant damage, I swear to God we're all gonna die.
Which is brings his. Would you say 15? 13?
What, 13?
13 points is radiant. I mean,
Another
bludgeoning.
13, yeah.
So 46. And then the remainder is radiant, which is halved. Which brings it down to 19 points. Sure, 19. I think that's more than it was. It's halved. He's looking rough, though. He's looking rough.
Well, he's gonna heal off of me, let's be honest, and then I'm gonna be dead.
So top of the turn, it's called Wargs again. This Warg is going to make a strength attack against. Well, try and break through Tiffany's little earthen shield.
You sod off.
I'm not sure how much hit points that would have.
Can we just say a lot? Because I really want to survive.
I know you do, but these guys really want to kill you.
The question is, do you want us to die or do you want us to live?
I want you guys to live, obviously. But I'm not just going to change the mentality of a creature trying to kill you for the sake of letting you live.
Oh yeah, but still, it's right now it's up to you how much health it has. And I'm just saying, that's all I'm saying.
Well, a quick Google search will reveal that if it makes an attack roll of a natural 20, I shit you not, I will print screen this shit. Natural 20.
How many fucking natural 20 was this for just you in this fucking... Was that 5? It's gotta be at least 5.
It's a natural 20, man. It breaks through, yeah. Does some breaks through.
Yeah, but the other one attacks from another side, so there's still a wall there.
It breaks the entire thing. It's not a wall. It's reformed dirt.
Use all the pebbles it smashed on the floor to impale it on every single side of its mouth, of its nose, of its rectum, and it just
I
explodes.
think you should
into
just use your
pound.
amulet. You either do something good or we die.
It rolls a 15, which either will shield self or hit you. 2d6. It rolls total of 6.
It doesn't
Plus
matter
its
what it
strength modifier
rolls.
is 11.
It doesn't matter. I'm still gonna be 0.
Does 11 points of piercing damage.
It could shield self and take no damage.
No, it will still hit
Why
her.
can't it?
Yeah, it's 11 points of piercing damage. Tiffany falls unconscious again. And now it is Tiffany's turn. I'm going to need to make a death saving throw. You could be another natural 20.
I got 17.
That's a success. It's not all work.
Then
Rest of the top around is Murdoch. He needs to make a man of I'm gonna roll on the site. Yeah, I'm gonna roll on my dice roller because I seem to be having better luck.
you know, all today is going to be is me going down to 0 hit points to 1 to 0 to 1 to 0 to 1.
He rolls a 17. He's got one fail, one success. Torio, you're up.
You know the drill. 13 and 26.
26 hits.
The 13 doesn't.
It does actually, yeah, both hit.
Alright, I'll just roll all the fucking damage in the world as one. Is that okay with you?
If it's all bludgeoning, then yeah. If it's radiant, you need to split up.
Alright, fine. I'll roll the bludgeoning first and then the radiant. Bludgeoning 24. Radiant 17.
17?
Yeah,
Half.
that's 8 or 9 if you round it up.
Yours roll damage up.
So 9.
9. He's down.
Yes! Fucking yes, we might survive!
Can you come save me?
Yes, I will, as soon as it's my turn again. I will heal you for 30 points.
So, the warg's turns.
I know. Oh yeah, by the way, can I say I hit him non-lethally? Or is it too late?
No, sure, non-lethal. Guy goes out. He's bleeding heavily and he's very injured, but he's still breathing.
He's unconscious there. Big pile of shit on the
Kill
ground.
that bastard.
I really don't want to do. This is what's going to happen, okay? Both of these wargs are going to attack. No, one is going to attack you. One is going to attack a little girl.
Who is you?
You, as in Tiffany.
How? I'm dead on the floor.
Yeah, so you automatically fail one of your death saving throws.
If it hits, which it does.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would it attack me if I'm dead?
You're not dead. You're just unconscious. And this is a very cruel creature. So
You're a very cruel creature.
you automatically fail one. The second one attacks a little girl. Rolls a natural 13, which does hit her. Does 9 points of slashing damage, and she falls unconscious.
So do you? I'm going to use the other side to roll.
Top around is Murdoch. He needs to make another death saving throw. It's another fail. He's one away from death, guys.
Yeah, but if I save him, isn't Tiffany also one away from death?
No.
If you can get over there and kill 2 wargs in one round. You're the only one up at the moment.
Yeah, I wanted to go over there and heal Tiffany for 30 points.
What about Murdoch? He's one away from death.
And he's not here to do anything.
The best course of action for you right now is to try and kill those wargs in one attack.
I can't!
You can't save both of them in this round.
Fine, I'll do it! We prayed to
Why are you trying to kill Marduk when he's not here?
I'm not trying to kill him. It's unfortunate. But he was Toriel. You rode him into the middle of battle. He's not a close range fighter.
He could have moved back. He wasn't in danger. He was behind
It wasn't
me.
his turn. And you also did the same thing, Tiffany. You rode your horse right into the wargs. With the little
Yeah,
girl
but
on
we
your
gotta go
horse.
around them.
So is it my
We gotta
turn?
go around them.
It's your turn.
Alright.
Whatever you want to do, you can do it.
Well, I want to go over there and try and attack both of them.
Okay. So you swing around into this.
22 and 12.
Does not hit.
$15 points of damage to one of them.
Ooh.
Slashing or bludgeoning?
I
It doesn't matter. They're not resistant. We'll say this one. When the most HP is dead.
Okay, cool. Can I get the other one's attention, at least, by attacking it?
Make a charisma roll. Or performance.
Performance? The fuck that
Performance?
exists? Okay,
That
sure.
sounds strange.
Unless you're proficient in performance, it should just be a charisma.
Natural 20, 22. Oi, bitch! I'm the fucking threat here. Attack me, you cunt.
It turns towards you. It's like as it sees like a hammer kind of glance over its head, and it kind of snarls towards you, and it fully turns to face you.
All right, it's turn, right?
It is.
Attack me, bitch.
And it's going to. With a natural 20. I shit you, I'll print screen it.
I hate you, Chen. I've
I will
never
print
hated you
screen it
more in
again.
my fucking life.
I print screen this shit again. I shit you not. I'm just getting 20s left, right, and center.
Oh no, but when you roll for Marduk, you get a fucking 2. Alright, how much damage is that?
I'm gonna play D&D with him again.
Yeah, I'll never fucking... how much damage does it deal, Jen?
I don't fudge my rolls, guys. I don't.
How much damage does it deal?
Speak, you vermin!
19 points of slashing damage.
Is it my turn? Can I attack it?
You take 19 points of slashing damage, and then
Yes.
it is Tiffany's turn. You can make a death saving throw.
Excuse me for a few minutes.
You're still good. You
I've
still
got
got.
a
You're still good. You got 1.
No, I got a 12. I just didn't roll on the D&D page because I don't want to be embarrassed if I die again.
Well, you're already unconscious. You haven't died yet.
I rolled a 12.
12 is a success.
I'm putting it in the D&D chat if you like. Oh no, shouldn't.
So now it's Murdoch's turn.
I swear to God! I swear to God, Chen.
Eclipse is so nice. He's just been in a car accident, and you want to kill off his character.
It's not me. It's not
It's
me.
you at this point.
It's not me.
You can make up the fact that he makes one. We wouldn't even know.
I don't fudge my rolls, man. It's a 19. It's a 19. It's a 19.
Is it my
Better than a
turn?
19.
It's a 19.
Is it my turn?
It is.
Natural 20. And 14, because fuck 14. Anyway, natural 20.
It's a 19, guys.
I rolled a natural 20, guys. A natural 20.
Well done. Well done.
Whew.
Etchen.
First attack. I deal for the beginning 16 damage. Is it already dead, or do I need to roll more?
How do you want to do this?
I wanna fucking take it up with one hand, with my left hand, fucking throw it onto the ground, stand on its throat, and fucking with not even with the actual fucking hammer. I wanna ram the backside of the hammer down its fucking throat.
So, if anyone other than Toriel was conscious to watch this, they would see something very grotesque. But Toriel picks this wolf up and slams it into the floor. It slams there and rolls over bits of blood, and like clumps of fur go splashing out onto the road. She takes a hammer, kicks its mouth open, and rams down its throat. You see like the outline of your hammer, like under its throat kind of make the shape as it goes down. You kind of like twist, and you hear a snap. Falls limp.
Alright, I heal Tiffany for 10, I heal Mordok for 10, and I heal the child for 10.
Thank you.
Whoosh.
Yes,
Uh,
can. Yeesh.
We need some of this. Okay, so Toriel runs over, he places one hand on Tiffany, one hand on the child, and like arcane glow comes from his hands into them, and you both heal for 10 points. He
Thank
then
you.
sprints his way over to Murdoch, does the same, bringing Murdoch back to consciousness.
I then just fall on the floor on my back and just fucking, I don't know, just stare at the stars.
You feel the presence of a kind man, though there's no one here.
I flop on top of Toriel and kiss her on the forehead. Best friend.
We'll leave it there for today.
You should at least loot Mormov's corpse.
Yeah, let's do that at least. I'll loot this fucking.
You want to go back to where he just got killed by a pack of wargs?
What?
No.
No, not
Is that-
Mormon. I'm not gonna fucking Mormon's corpse. No, the other guy, the one that had an attack that healed him.
Okay.
Ah, yeah, is he dead? We can't even question him about his motivations for
No,
being
he's not dead. I
You shouldn't kill him.
non-lethally.
That's what I was saying. I think you guys might want to do this next time.
Alright.
Oh, because he's. What?
I'm
What
wondering.
you wanna? Why is it? Don't you want to do it next time?
Because I assume you're going to want to do more than loot him if you didn't kill him.
Well, I want to tie him up first, so when he doesn't stand up, he just, oh, I'm gonna attack you again, and you're all fucking dead.
Okay, so we can do all that next session, guys. Let's just take a breather.
Okay.
Everyone almost died, but managed to pull through.
Well,
Well
I
done.
guess I'm fine.
Well, okay, yeah, someone did die.
Or not worse than before.
Holy shit. Holy shit.